Hi, this is Kat with Beadaholique, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make the ABC earrings. Now, I was definitely inspired by everyone getting ready to go back to school, so I wanted to create just a really fun, nice, easy pair of earrings. So these are going to feature those gorgeous TierraCast initial charms. So today I'm using an ABC, but this design is really meant for you to make it your own. So if you wanted to use your own initials, you can do that, or you can do ABC, 1, 2, 3, DEF, whatever you guys want. So this is just kind of a really basic design for you guys to personalize. And then I'm using some 6mm wood beads here, and I've picked out some primary colors, so I'm just going to go with a red, blue, and yellow. But I do want to show you that you get a lot of different colors here with this huge pack. So I've pulled out a couple here so you can see that you'll get some green and orange and purple in there as well. So you're getting some really nice fun primary colors. So if you wanted to, you can pick out and do all orange beads or all purple or kind of mix and match it. So this is just a really great multi-pack for you to be able to decide which colors you want. All right, so then we're going to be using, I have this nice little leverback hook here. I have some 5mm 20 gauge jump rings, some 4mm silver plated bicones here, and then I have some 22 gauge eye pins. And then the last component we're going to have is I have a 3mm Rolo chain. So if you have everything ready to go, we're going to get started. The only tools that you'll need is you're going to need a pair of chain nose pliers, a pair of round nose pliers, and a pair of flush cutters. So let's actually go ahead and start by using our pair of flush cutters. Now you can see that in the design up here, let me just kind of spread it out for you, there are 3 different lengths of chain. So you can also alter this if you want it to be a little shorter or a little longer. We're going to do 5, 11, and 17. So I'm just going to go ahead and count that off on my chain here. So let's see, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to cut the 6th one there. Just going to come in with those flush cutters and set that aside. All right, so I have one that is 5. Now I'm going to count for 11, and I'm going to cut the 12th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and cut the 12th there. And I'm cutting all the way across it just to cut it in half in one clean motion there. But you can also just cut it and kind of open it up like a jump ring, however you like. Setting aside my little scraps. All right, and now I'm going to cut 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Let me just double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There we go. 17, and I'm going to cut the 18th link. There we go. And you can see that I have some extra chain, so that's what I mean by if you wanted to, you could make it longer. It's entirely up to you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and set my little chain aside and my flush cutters aside. And now what we're going to do is we're going to make our little pieces here up at the top. I'm just going to pull this down so you guys can see it as I work. So we're going to be doing a bicone, a wood bead, and a bicone. So just take one of your eye pins there, and we're going to string on one of our little bicones here, one wood bead, and what's nice is you see that that bicone actually kind of fills the size hole of that wood bead, so it sort of sits in there really nicely and creates a snug little look. And then we're going to slide another bicone there. All right, so now because the loop of our charm is a little bit larger, what I want to do is I want to make a loop on this side to accommodate that. So the loop that comes on the eye pin is what's going to attach to our chain. So the loop on the bottom here, we're going to make it a little bit bigger than that other loop. So just come in with your round nose pliers here. And all we're going to do is we're going to kick our wire back just a little bit, wrap it up and over the top. And you're going to want to be about at least 1/4 inch back on your pliers just to create a little bit of a larger loop. And you can see that I'm just kind of opening it just a little bit. So you can see that that loop is a little bit larger than that one. So you can come in with your flush cutters and just trim that loop. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my chain nose pliers and I'm just going to sort of gently twist that open, slip on my A charm, and close that up. Just by giving it a nice little gentle twist, same as you would sort of a jump ring. All right, so that's one piece there. So I'm just going to repeat that with the yellow one on my B and the blue one on my C there. All right, so I'll do this just a little bit quicker here. A bicone, a wood bead, a bicone. Coming in with my round nose pliers. Going up and over the top there, giving that a nice little open loop, trimming my wire, using my chain nose pliers to open, slip on my little charm, and close that up. All right, so now I'm ready for my C here. And again, this is really fun. You can choose whatever colors you want, whatever initial charms you want. We also do have some fun symbols. You can do like a tree of life, or we have an Om symbol as well. So if you want to do something that's a little more yoga inspired, you can do that as well. Lots of fun little things. We also do have some, if you're looking at those orange wood beads and purple, we do have some Dia de los Muertos charms. And this actually works with a lot of different charms. What I love about using these TierraCast charms is the orientation of the hole. So it's going to be to the side there, which is really nice. So what you can do is if you needed to adjust it, you can add an extra jump ring if you need it to face the right way. All right, so now we have our A, B, and C, and we're all ready to go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our little links of chain. Let me just kind of set them up here in order. There we go. And all we're going to do is we're going to come back to the small loop on top there without the charm. And I'm just going to flip it around so I can orient it in my hands. Oops. Come on, there we go. And I'm just going to gently give a little twist to that simple wire loop. I'm going to slip on the last link of chain and just close that up. And now just repeat for the other two here. If you want, you can use another plier to open the loop as well, but this is a nice soft metal, so you don't necessarily need it, but if you just want a little bit more control, feel free to do that. All right, oops. And just slipping on just the last little link there. And I like this Rolo chain, it does sit very nicely. All right, so now we have all three of our dangles, so the last step is we're going to come in with our Leverback here, and we're going to take, there we go, we're going to take one 5mm 20 gauge jump ring, and this is where you're probably going to want to use those two pliers there. So I have my chain nose, and we can use our round nose here as well to just kind of open that loop. Now, you can see on my example here, I'm actually going to set that down. Up here you can see that I have the C, the B, and the A going this way. So when you wear them together, it'll kind of graduate in that format. Now, if you wanted to repeat that same process, you'd scoop them up the same way with the jump ring. But if you want to create sort of a mirrored earring, you would just go the opposite way. So that's what I'm going to do here, but it works the same for both, so you can just decide. You can also kind of, you know, as they sort of sit, you can do that as well. So just some options there for you. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to pick up our little A charm here, and then take a look at it and just make sure that it's facing the right way. Oops, and I'm actually noticing that my loop is not so closed. There we go. Always double check that. All right. So we're going to loop on our chain. And you see how it's actually kind of facing the wrong way? So I'm going to come in and I'm going to loop it the other way so that my nice A is facing forward. All right, and now I'm going to do the same with the B. And again, whoop, he flipped around too. So we're just going to flip that around. There we go. So that that B is facing forward. Oh, actually, I did have it the right way. Sorry about that. There we go. And now my C. Just kind of come in. And yeah, we are facing the right way. So there we have A, B, and C. And the last thing is I just want to loop on my Leverback, and I want to make sure that that is also facing the right way, so it's going to open towards the back there. So now I can come in with my other plier and just close that jump ring right up. We're just going to make sure it has a nice little flush close there so that our earrings lay nice and flat. So that is the ABC earrings, and you can see that I did that mirrored side on both of them, but you can make them however you like. So it's super simple. You're going to learn some simple wire loops, how to open and close a jump ring, and then just how to add those wood beads there. So that is how to make the ABC earrings. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. You can find all of these supplies and see even more free tutorials by heading over to Beadaholique.com. And hey, if you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button below.